I'm really good, thank you. Really good.
It must be really nice to be you now because you're popular, you're gorgeous. You're like the Jane McDonald of the Spice Girls. You get better looking with age.
Funny. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you. I try. I stick to my beauty regime and do a bit of working out. So yeah, I try. I do my bit.
How is that possible in Las Vegas? Because there's a buffet on every corner, there's food and temptation everywhere, and you're still slim.
Well, luckily, the show is on the same level as the gym. So I go to the gym, then I come to the show, then I go upstairs to bed.
All right, let's go back to the beginning and find out how you're here. What happened? The phone ring and they say, do you fancy moving to Vegas and doing a show?
No, it was actually Jerry. I've been good friends with Jerry over the last couple of years, and he's always wanted to work with me, which is really flattering, and I've always wanted to work with him. And he told me about this concept about 6-7 months ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be involved in that, for sure. And then he told me about the character Peep Diva, and I was like, wow, that is so me. Let me develop it with you. I want to be involved now. No, I mean, this show, I think I've got like 4 solo songs, so a bit of pressure, but I'm just thoroughly enjoying it. I mean, the cast, the 16 dancers are absolutely hot and gorgeous and amazing, lovely people. It's great. Girl power rocks, I tell you, in this show also.
And you're a mother now. You've got other commitments. You have to bring everybody over. Was there ever a conversation, should we be doing this?
No, I mean, my career moves. I always like to do something that's interesting and exciting. And when I came here, I visited all the local schools. So my 10-year-old's in a great school here. And the family's really happy. And, you know, we're living in a hotel. I feel like, what's that show? Is it the Hannah Montana show with the 2 twins? And they live in a hotel, so my kids love it.
But what happens when the lady comes and knocks on your door at 7:30 in the morning to change your bed? I mean, doesn't that become aggravating?
Oh, no, you put the Do Not Disturb sign on.
And they listen to you, do they? Because they never read mine.
They do, so far anyway.
I want to talk, if we can, a little bit about you, because you've had such a fascinating life. When did you know you were going to be a star? Because you always stuck out as the one with the big personality and the big mouth, really. I mean, let's be honest, we're friends now.
I still don't even really see myself as a star. I mean, I do what I do and I thoroughly enjoy it, and hopefully I entertain as many people as possible, and that's me. I don't really know what else to say.
And that's why I think you've made it, because there's a lot of bland people in the business, aren't there? People who you don't really notice, but you always seem to be drawn to you. And even in the dancing and the speaking and interviews and stuff, you courted the press, you courted the attention, and it makes people interested, doesn't it?
I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm loud. I have no idea. I enjoy what I do and I like talking a lot, so that helps a lot.
And what about leaving the UK? Because you made the decision after the Spice Girls to move on. I mean, this Vegas is so false.
I love it. I absolutely love it. It's like lights and drama, and there's full of interesting people everywhere, and it's a place that everybody wants to come and visit, so I don't mind it. I'm having a blast. And
it is a place where you literally can get on an escalator and see 3 stars on the way down and 2 going up.
But I do actually, like last year I was back there once a month, so I don't really get to miss it too much.
Were you always, as a kid, the girl that people said, she's going to make it, she's going to be something different?
No, I was always the one that was getting told off or being in trouble for something. Yeah, so I was that girl.
And then, of course, you go and start singing and you start dancing. But what happened in between the bit of being a kid that could sing and dance to becoming Mel B from the Spice Girls?
I don't think I could actually really sing and dance as a kid that well. I tried, and I had fun trying, and I went to drama school and things like that. And yeah, I knew a bunch of the girls beforehand, so we kind of got our thing together. And then we somehow became Spice Girls, and we hunted for our management. We found a great management team and got ourselves out there. So we were together for at least 2-3 years first.
And was it a surprise for you when it became international?
I don't think you can ever expect to be an international success. You know, we just hoped and prayed and encouraged each other, and yeah, it kind of worked out pretty well, actually.
And is it fun being you now, where you can pick and choose? Because most people in the business have their fame and then they fade out and it's all really over and they have to do what's offered to them. You can now pick and choose, it seems like, anywhere in the world.
I've always, luckily, been able to pick and choose what I do. You know, even with the Spice Girls, we all picked whatever we wanted to wear. We sung however we wanted to sing. I've always been pretty independent, and so far my life has allowed me to do so, so hopefully that won't stop too soon.
What's been the most exciting point of your career so far? Is there one thing where you will always cherish and remember and think, that was it, that was the moment I made it?
I think Nelson Mandela calling me Melanie, and then call me Mel B, and then call me Scary Spice at his house. That was pretty like, oh my God, he actually knows my name? Yeah.
And does that ever become normal when people know you before you know them?
No, I mean, even before I was ever in the public eye, I was always the girl with the crazy hair or the girl with the big high shoes or brightly coloured pants. So people always kind of looked and said, oh, what's she doing? So not that you ever get used to it, but I've always had a bit of a stare factor. Probably because of my ridiculous clothes, but there you go.
But it goes back to what I was saying earlier then. Is it stare factor or star factor?
Oh, I like that. You decide. I don't know. Put me on the spot.
We've heard so much about the Spice Girls years, and it was fun, it was big, it was international, but it was hard work. I think at the time when I was playing your records and seeing what you were doing, I mean, it was a laborious schedule of interview, promote, sing, TV show.
We were all workaholics, and I guess we all still are, and we knew to get our girl power message out there, you got to work hard. And we deserved what we got because we did not stop. I think one year we may took one day off for Christmas Day, and then we all wanted to get straight back at it. And there was no manager cracking the whip. It was us five going, come on, we've got to do this.
So is that down to the discipline then to make it work? Because if you've not got that kind of dedication, you're going to fall by the wayside. Is that your tip for anybody who must come up to you and say, how do I become you?
Well, you've got to be accessible as well, and you've got to know, you've got to have a mission, you've got to have a point that people can identify with or aspire to be or look up to. I don't mean to say that word, actually. Not look up to, aspire, and you know what I mean.
Girls,
I'm tongue-tied now.
No, well, don't get nervous. It's only me. You've had bigger and better people than me. You've sat opposite Nelson Mandela. I can't make you nervous.
I don't know why I'm stuttering right now. It's you and your lovely blue eyes. What can I say?
And what's it like for you being a star in America? Because if you make it here, you've made it everywhere. I sound like a Frank Sinatra song. You are on everything. Everybody knows you. Everybody talks about you. You're in the papers. Is that a double-edged sword that you kind of owned by the public, but at the same time, you need that to be who you are today?
I don't really know how to answer that, apart from I've always had a really good independent life, both personally and professionally, so I'm happy. I mean, if people are talking about me, good. I hope they're saying nice things, and if they're not, life's too short, and, you know, one minute they love you, one minute they hate you, so as long as you like yourself.
Now, your fans have been emailing me, asking me all kinds of questions about you, like, what's your favourite thing to do ever?
My favourite thing to do? Apart from working out and steaming, which I have to do every day because of this show. Right,
let's stop there a moment. Your favourite thing to do, you actually enjoy it?
I actually do enjoy working out. I do it with friends. I've got like 4 other girls that I'm working out with here, and we have a good old gossip and a good old moan, and then we do our sit-ups, and then we go and steam in the sexy steam room. Here what I'm doing is I'm mainly doing a bit of running to build up my stamina because the show is fast and furious. So we run about 4 or 5 miles and talk in between.
What also fascinates me is how you do that, how you go from doing a big dance thing to then getting control and singing. That's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, but if it was easy, everybody would be doing it and I'd be out of a job. Got to challenge myself somehow. Yeah.
Of course, that's what they know you for now, being a dancer because of the big TV show over here.
I know, that's crazy, because I never would have thought of myself as being a dancer. But now I guess I've been professionally trained by Maxim, the Russian. Yeah, I can dance a little bit better than I used to, let's put it that way.
And you have to dance in a certain way for this. I don't know whether they want to use the word burlesque, but that's kind of the thing it's going for, isn't it?
It is a burlesque-ish show, but there's also amazing pole dances, there's amazing strip tease, really on the tees. But these dancers are all classically trained, so they are absolutely technically like impeccable.
Was there ever a point where you said, no, I don't want to do that, that's too much?
No. I mean, Jerry has an amazing way to convince 16 women, plus myself and Kelly, to get up on stage in barely nothing. What kind of guy could do that? I mean, it's quite amazing. I even said to one of the dancers, did you ever think that you'd be on stage doing this? She was like, hell no. She says, but I'm loving it. It's very freeing.
You've then got a few people around you, maybe 2,000 or 3,000 people a night. How are you going to deal with that?
That's going to be exciting. That's the best bit, is to perform and watch people's faces go, what did I just see? And don't forget, we've got 3 hot straight guys in the show that do amazing aerial work, and one of them's sexy and in a wet bathtub. So, you know, you've got your women's side covered. Totally. I mean, if you're gay as a woman, you're going to want to come and see the show. If you're gay as a guy, you're definitely going to want to come and see it because of the shoes and the hair.
Before we go, I just want to talk to you about the future, because you're in this for a few months. Yes. Have you got any plan long term of staying here? I mean, are you going to get a house, or are you just going to stay in this hotel?
I have looked at a house, actually. We've been looking at a few. There's some beautiful houses out here. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll stay longer. We'll see how it all goes.
And what about the shows here? Have you had any time to go and see anything other than your own show?
I haven't, but my kids have been to see Phantom and La Rev, and they loved it. But I haven't.
1 minute, please, 1 minute.
See, I wasn't lying.
1 minute.
You see, I thought you were just sick of me and trying to get rid of me, and it turns out you really do only have 1 minute.
Exactly.
Mel, thank you for being you. It's so nice to meet you.
you.
We must do this again in a spa. No, we must do this again for a longer time so we can make more of it, because it's been a
In
delight
a
meeting.
commune, maybe.
Have fun here in Las Vegas. Avoid those buffets, because we don't want a clinically
will.
obese Mel B. Come on.
No, that'll never happen. But I do like to gain a few pounds now and again. Who doesn't?
I kind of like you with a bit of ooh to grab hold
I'll
of.
always have a bit of ooh. My boobs and bum are going nowhere.
Off to the spa with you and I.
I wish.